Rules question. My opponent controls an Ulamog the Infinite Gaia, which says when Ulamog is put into a graveyard from anywhere, its owner shuffles their graveyard into their library. I use Sneak Attack to put Deadpool trading card into play, which says, as Deadpool enters, you may exchange his text box and another creature's. I swap Deadpool's text box with Ulamog. When I sacrifice Deadpool at the beginning of the next end step, what happens? If you said Deadpool and your graveyard would be shuffled into your library, you'd be incorrect. Deadpool would actually go to the graveyard like normal and nothing else would happen. Let me explain. Now we know that when we have cards like Clone that have copied a creature with a Dies ability, that ability will trigger when the clone is put into a graveyard. This is thanks to rule 603.10a, which basically says the game looks back in time to see if anything needs to trigger when a card is put into the graveyard. Specifically, leaves the battlefield abilities. So why doesn't this work with an Eldrazi Deadpool? This comes down to the words on the shuffle ability, from anywhere, and rule 603.6c, which says, an ability that triggers when a card is put into a certain zone from anywhere is never treated as a leaves the battlefield ability, even if an object is put into that zone from the battlefield. Effectively, all that means is this ability doesn't look back in time to see what the card was like. It simply checks the card in the right here and now, which means Deadpool is in the graveyard with his original text box and no graveyard shuffling ability. Now, in this same situation, what would happen if Deadpool swapped text boxes with a Blightsteel Colossus instead? That's a bonus